Aha, with dramatic music in the background, it can, of course, be only Hearts of Iron 3. Now, as you can see, it's going quite well for the German Empire. As you can see, we are literally pushing back France quite significantly. We are obviously looking to push into those points there, take Cherbourg and Calais, and obviously deal with these sort of areas over here by the mouth of the Loire, and then obviously push down to La Roche and things like that. So these guys are continuing to fight. I mean, you've got a large stack of armies there, but we're currently just closing in from all directions, and it's not looking good for them. So that's hills, which is going to be problematical. So if we attack that way and then support the attack with that guy, and also support the attack with that guy, there we go. So those guys can go into there, and see that is that just those two? Yeah, it is. So what we've got to do then is spread some of the infantry that way, and mix it up a little bit. So let's send that infantry there, or that like the armor there, and we can see Blois. We're going to move them into there just to make sure that they deal with that. Now you can see here they can force that attack, and then these guys is under attack. Let's move these guys into Le Mans. Now these guys here obviously are attacking into that area, so let's put it up to 2 and see how things progress. So there we go, there's the attack, and we have won the Battle of Meaux. You can see here Bulgaria has taken themselves quietly and started to align themselves to us. La Flèche, which is down here. So let's see, both of these guys need to move down to there. Now, see, the thing is, I'm thinking that I need to move those guys to there. Look at that battle. Yeah, so they're getting involved in that battle there. And obviously these guys are moving into here. So these guys are a little bit underwhelmed right now and need some reinforcements. So those guys are moving into there. We have won the Battle of Saint-Dizier, which is just spiffy. And what have they got there? They haven't got much. So we'll leave that there until the infantry moves in a support capacity. We can't push back here, so until we move into there, we can't move into Verdun, because we'll be attacking the fort directly, which is not a good idea. So you can see here that everything is pretty much slowly going to plan. You can see, there we go, we're winning that battle quite decisively. But our idea is to essentially cut off this section of France here up towards Brest, or Bray, or whatever it is, in Morlaix and Quimper, Lorient, and that sort of Saint-Nazaire, places like that. So that's the direction we're going right now, and it seems to be slowly working. But the thing is that I need to focus on reinforcements. We're going to bring that down, lock it there. We're going to focus on the reinforcements, and we're going to focus on the upgrades and focus on the supplies. So prioritize reinforcement. There we go. Because I need to reinforce some of these armies because they are woefully underpowered right now. So there's that guy there. And this guy on his own, yeah, let's move him into there. And let us also move those guys. No, we'll keep that guy there. Move those guys in there as well to support. So, we have won the Battle of Cherbourg. Fantastic. That's great news. Now we can actually then push down that way. But we've also got to be careful because of any attempted invasions by the Brits. So we'll have to see what happens in that regard. Now, let's send these guys into the plains of Juin-de-Mont, I believe is the pronunciation. My apologies to my French viewers if I am completely and utterly wrong in that respect. And the trouble is, these guys here are going to want to go there, I reckon. Okay. So, lost Anjou to France. Okay. And then we've won the Battle of Anjou because we're moving there. So yeah, you know what? Screw you guys. So we've now got that point there, but those guys will not be able to do anything for the next 34 hours. So let's move them over to there for the time being. So that should mean that we can then start using them to move up the coast towards Brest and then down towards Lorient. So you can see there we've basically cut that section in half completely. But it also means that I'm not happy with the strength of forces there. See, these are all very low on numbers. So I'm prioritising all of those guys for reinforcement. And there's strategic bombing occurring. Where are they going? Hamburg? What? Okay, so if we rebase them to there, and then we give them the role of air intercept, continuous air intercept, and then they should intercept any of these bastards that are coming over. As you can see, they keep damaging the flipping factory and the industrial capacity, and that's not making me a happy bunny. Okay. So he needs to be in air intercept mode. Okay. So, do we have any more air forces? What, Nantes? Really? Ah, those buggers. Right, so we are going into there, and they are supporting the attack. No? You know what? Screw it. Let's go into here. And then these guys can support the attack. And these guys can support the attack. Now, these guys are moving down. And we're starting to defend better against the Marines, because the Marines are going up against tanks. Which is probably not wise, but if we look at my defensive line here, it's not really that good. I'm going to move those guys down there. The problem is that I've got single units in certain places, and that's not good because it doesn't give me the coverage that I want. So let's move that tank brigade in there and support them there, remove them from that lot, and then obviously support them with that lot. Okay. Now these guys here, look, these guys are being attacked now. But if we push in that way and then push in, no, leave that there. Let us use this armor to push that way, and then we shall use this to support it, and then we shall use this to support the attack, and then we shall use these guys to support the attack. So there we go. And then we shall push these guys in, and then we shall use both of those guys to support that attack. And we shall also then move in that lot, and then remove that lot and use that lot to support the attack. So you can see here we are now obviously continuing to push back against the French here. Right, these guys can now start moving up. So if we send this one all the way to Brest, and then the remaining two to support the attack there. Let's have a look. Now, the thing is, I'm beginning to think that the repairs to the industrial capacity is going to be a problem. See, obviously our IC is built up to level 10 there. But I'm wondering, do we have the ability to build? Yes, we do. I'm thinking that maybe Cologne needs a radio station. Or radar station. And Paris needs one as well. So let's see. Support that attack. They can't do anything right now. He can attack that, and he can support it. There we go. Allons has been won. So these guys here can now attack that, and the remaining can support it, and these guys can support it too. Now, what we need to do then is put one infantry there, one infantry there. Interesting. Options. Let's move these guys here. And these guys here as well. And then we can use them. Okay, so these guys need to move up and support. Good, we won Troyes. And what are these guys up to? Is that only a single? No. So we'll move him to there. So if we push down with that guy into Loche. And then obviously at the same time we push down there with him. Those two can support that attack. And this guy can support that attack. And see, that attack is continuing. We're starting to deal with those guys, support. Let's see. So those guys obviously having trouble supporting. And get those guys in to support that attack. I should turn that, there we go. So those guys also doing their thing. Oh, here we go. So let's bring these guys here into Angers. And you can see we're pushing pretty hard here. So let's use these guys to push into there. And then those guys to support, whoops, no, those guys to support that attack. And then those guys to support that attack. Okay, so that's a little bit better maybe, we'll see. Let's move these guys down to Bourges. Those guys to there. And these guys will then attack. Are they planes? Yeah, they are. So you can see here, these guys will want to get to that point there and then support that attack. So, if I move that guy to there and then that guy to support the attack there. There we go, that should be helpful. And then that guy there. So let's see, how are those forces doing? Good. Excellent, bring them down. Okay, so let's bring these guys down to here. As these guys will literally hold... Oh good, we've won the Battle of Brest. So what we're going to do is push in, whoops, with that one. And then support with that one. And then have those two move up. And these two move up. And then we shall attack with armour there. And with everyone else we shall support. So you can see this guy here is being attacked. And they're being pushed pretty hard right now. So if we move those guys down to there, you can see there, let's move that guy into there. In Auxerre, Cortez. Okay, yeah, see what I mean? Look, just side attack, nasty. We keep that defense there. And move those guys down. Let's see what we can do. Now, down here, let's move all of those guys around that way. Actually, let's move that down to there, that down to there, that to there, that to there. And then we'll move these guys down to here. And these guys can go down to there and then attack from the side. So those guys can then start attacking. And those guys can start attacking as well. Actually, they should support the attack, really. So, you can see here these guys coming under a lot of pressure. Yeah, we've lost the Battle of Auxerre, as expected. Let's move them to there, I think. Okay, so we can use these guys. Push that point. Oh, we've lost Auxerre. That's not exactly unexpected. There we go, support. But once those guys can attack again, we'll do exactly that. There we go, we're winning that area. And you can see literally we're just closing the gap here. Okay. So we've lost that Battle of Loche. And we've won the Battle of Vittel, and we've won the Battle of Cholet, so that's looking okay in that respect. Let's move these guys down. And then we'll also take these guys and move them to there. So you can see these guys continuing to push pretty fast. Now these guys obviously are pretty quick. So they're moving round. These guys are remaining in place, but they need reinforcements really. Now, in 77 hours, those guys will attack Auxerre again. Now, let's see. Let's forward that on. And if we can get behind Mirecourt, then we can get in here and cause some problems. We lost a lance? Really? Okay. Okay. So those guys should come down there to support that. And if we can move in and attack from the side, maybe from Armand-Montron, then we'll be in a relatively strong position in that regard. See this ground attack area here, not going well for these lads as they're up against the light armour. So we'll just keep them there. And then you see, look, they've lost all their organisation. So we're going to have to move all of those guys back until they recover it. So if we move one to there, and then we can move them into there and support the HQ, that attack there. There we go, 74, that's much better now. Okay, so these guys here can now move into there, along with the support of infantry divisions. This guy can move down. That guy can take Alon. That guy can move into a mole. And then we can use these guys to push down towards La Roche. And we can also then, as you can see here, move to there. You can see these guys going up against these Marines, got no chance whatsoever. Yeah, exactly as expected. Let's get them to take a Dinan. Let's get those guys to go for there. So, let us attack that garrison there and support with the infantry. And now these guys can push in. With the support of those guys. Let's move. Let's use this one here to attack that one. Or should we? Yeah, we're fine. 16,000 versus 11,000 panzers. Yeah, we're doing alright. Now, those guys can move down. And these guys can move in and support. So as you can see, let's support with them. Continue to push with the armour. Move those armour into there. Okay. Move those guys into Blaine. Actually, no, we'll just move those guys into Blaine. Move these guys down to Nantes. Okay. So, La Rochelle. Yes, indeed. So, let's see. Let's move those guys to there. Okay, so you can see now these guys starting to move up. And there we go, we've run La Rochelle. We're just about to close in on the last areas of Normandy, which is here, obviously, in this spot over here. So we are essentially running roughshod all over France right now. So, sorry fellas, nothing personal, you understand. Okay, so what I'm thinking is if I move these guys down to there, and then those guys to there as well, then I can move in, I can attack a fort from two directions. So that'd be a good thing. And those guys can go there. Oh, pardon me. Mirecourt. Okay, whatever. Oh, there we go. Let's send those guys into Verdun. Okay. see these battles continuing. And now we can use these guys to just continue pushing through to sort of link up with the other teams, or the other troops, I should say. Poitiers, we have won. Good. So what we'll do here is we shall... Oh god, they've got bad organisation. And then use these guys to support it. And then use those guys to support it as well. And then use these guys to support it. Here we go. Use those guys to support that attack. Oh, we have enforced the fall of France. Paul Renard, Pétain, longer term. Wow. So we've still lost some spots to the Belgians. But there, ladies and gentlemen, is Vichy France. Let's move those guys forward. Move those guys forward. Support that. Actually, just go attack. Support. And then attack from the rear as well. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The fall of France has been achieved. And next on the shopping list are these buggers. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us prioritise reinforcements, but most importantly, production, as we're about to get a shitload of tanks dropped on us. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Hearts of Iron 3 for this week. I hope you've enjoyed. For those French viewers, my apologies for the fall of France, but, you know, shit happens. Anyway, we'll see you next time.